Here. Chris, do you want to do it?
Here we go.
Welcome to the pod. Welcome to the pod.
Go ahead. It's your turn. It's your turn. Go ahead, Chris.
All right. What's up, everybody? This is The Quad with Chris Young. As always, I'm Chris. We got Haley the Bear.
That's me.
Producer Josh.
What a technically difficult Monday this has been already.
And Ryan from Miami.
It really is the quad without Chris Young.
Without me, yes. I am currently on the bus heading back from New York State. So that's why everybody just kind of sat there at the end of the intro. I cannot currently hear that. But yeah, we're doing it. We're powering through. The Wi-Fi went out of my bus. What can go wrong will go wrong, but we are getting this thing done, baby.
Are you on the way home? Like, where are you right now, currently?
I'm still in the Eastern time zone, so I have no idea.
So you're, okay. Well, that would mean you're an hour ahead of us, so.
Yes.
Cool. Good to know.
Which also, I thought I would be back in Central time, so I set my alarm, and I slept through the first one, and I panicked, and got up, got everything ready, because we attempted this originally on Zoom, realized that wasn't going to work, and so we've defaulted into just using my audio. But, yeah, I was awake an hour and a half before I was supposed to be for this.
Nice.
So there you go.
Love that for you.
Nice. Get a nice coffee in, a good little morning, morning routine. Yeah? Good to go.
No.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't.
No, I
you
did
don't
not.
really drink coffee, do you?
You know what? I used to drink a lot of coffee. My problem is I'm one of those people, if I start drinking coffee, I drink 6 cups of coffee.
Oh.
Which leads
God.
to 45 minutes later being locked in the bathroom on the bus.
That breaks
Thanks, Ryan.
the number one rule on the bus. You can't do that.
Wow.
Sir Booty.
All right.
No,
Who,
it's General Booty, not Sir Booty. Get his name right.
Who won the poll?
It was by a landslide. We're just gonna say red because we got a lot of people that were like, "Where's Cherry?" And Cherry doesn't exist. So look at the flavor.
No, it does not.
Look at the flavor profile. However, in second place was They All Taste the Same, and I thought that was very interesting.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Yes.
That's not cool.
So had you been here this morning, I was going to do the taste test on camera, but we will save that.
It's gotta be next
save that
week.
for another morning when we
Yes.
have an insulin spike at 10 a.m. It'll be great.
Yeah, we got to do that one morning. We have to.
Yep.
I'm just
All
happy.
right.
It's always the red Skittle.
Well, obviously it's either always the red Skittle or they all taste the same.
Yes, true.
We're gonna find out when you.
Yes, we will.
When you tell me
Put
that the
this to the
purple one
test.
is red. Yeah, I can't wait.
I can't wait to try this.
Okay. Before we do get started with any of the things we have to discuss today, I do want to point out that we are recording this on Memorial Day, and it's all about remembering those who died in service of our country. So if you guys are cool, let's have a quick moment of silence. All right. Now, let's get things started. I'm really sorry, Ryan, but here we go. Let's go to sports.
Sports.
So really cool. It's Game 7 tonight between the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers to face the Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's it for sports. Moving on to music.
Nope.
No?
Who wants to take the lead on this, Chris or Josh?
Yeah, let me go before Josh, because Josh is going to have a lot more to say than me. I do want to point out that last night, I don't know if it was you, Haley, somebody in the group chat was unavailable, and so it was not letting me send a photo to our group chat. But when I looked, it actually on the front page of one of the sports sites, I believe ESPN, It goes, Jimmy Butler finishes at the rim after drawing contact as he puts up 35, leading to an Eastern Conference Finals win.
Oh, wow. Oh,
We did.
Yeah.
We got that
Yeah,
photo.
I got
well,
it.
so I was the reason why it didn't go through. I was on a plane, so that's the reason why I did not get it. However, wow, somebody lost their job last night.
Because they
Yeah.
had the final score on there, too. With
Right.
Celtics winning.
With the Celtics winning,
Wow.
very confusing.
Wow.
It was very confusing. Very, very confusing.
Well, I really wish I was living in that alternate reality. That would have been excellent last night. Can I actually? I need to meet that person and take him to dinner.
I think it would be fun if we could. You know how they make all the merch ahead of time for like the Heat winning the
You want
Eastern
me to wear?
Conference?
You want me to wear the championship shirt for the Eastern
I
Conference?
just want to find where we can get all of this like misnomer merch. You know what I mean?
Right? I know. Where
Usually
does that
it's
go?
usually they send it overseas.
Wait. By the way, Ryan, you do have to wear some merch from the Eastern Conference Finals champion.
Yes, I'm aware.
Should we
Yeah,
get
you-
him? I also sent a photo to the group. I don't know if it went through. There was a Boston Celtic named Brandon Bass.
Oh God, you're gonna get me a Bass jersey?
Maybe we get you a
I
Bass
thought
jersey.
you
Yeah.
edited that. Like,
No.
you pre-edited a jersey.
No.
I like this a lot.
Also, it should be noted he had a separate bet to wear a jersey with Timmy Brown, and I want to make the distinction right now that you can't wear the same jersey for both bets.
come on.
No, that's two separate bets.
on.
You
Those are
can't.
Two separate bets.
You can't
Timmy told me
cash
about
in.
it, and I was like, I'm going to sniff this out right
Actually,
now.
just to make this, a triple losses here,
no.
I did also bet. I think I bet $100 with you, CY, on this series as well, off to the side. So, all in all, I'm going to be wearing terrible colors and losing money.
You look great in green.
and depressed.
Yeah, and I know you're probably going to get to this, Josh, so I'm going to let you take over because you guys were like throwing stats at each other and yelling Scott Foster's name in the chat last night.
I was also saying that I
But-
don't like ice cream or puppies or long walks on the beach.
Or
last
a
night.
Yeah.
good poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to hear all of that. Obviously, now it's going to be Celtics, Golden State. And remember the other day when I said there was only one team that held a better, like a winning record over Golden State the
That is-
entire time Steve Kerr's been the coach? It is the Boston Celtics.
That is correct. You know, I'm going to give my 2 minutes. I'm going to give the floor to our friend Ryan Bass to give his eulogy for this year's Miami Heat.
All right. I didn't prepare it, but we're going to go ad-libbed here. So, oh, woe is me. Ye Miami Heat, ye of injuries and
Everyone had injuries.
misfortunes, ye of Victor Oladipo doing whatever ye did,
He helped win you one of the games.
Jimmy B elite, culture to the max,
Losing culture.
throughout his blood and his sweat and the eventual Bam tears. Ye Miami Heat took Boston to the brink and had zero business doing so. Ye Miami Heat.
Zero business? You were saying they were the better team the entire time.
Can I
Yeah.
finish my eulogy? I'm
It also
eulogizing my
sounds
team.
like- it also sounds like you're saying yeet Miami Heat,
Yeah.
and that's what the Celtics did.
And that's
to
what
them.
they did, for sure.
Can I finish my eulogy?
Yes.
I should have dressed in all black today. I'm in white, which is not conducive to this Miami Heat funeral.
I thought it was a whiteout for Miami this year.
It was. We got whited out of the four, whited out of the finals.
What is this? What is this voice you're using?
Stephen A. Smith. All right, let me put my composure back. Jimmy, I live and die with every shot you take because you're the only one taking shots in the NBA Finals. You played a combination of about 87 minutes in the final two games of this series. You spot up for three after an 11-0 run. Had no business winning Game 7. With a chance to win. Hero ball. No hero available,
No hero.
but still playing hero ball. And you lose. Boston was the better team throughout this series. They showed it, they proved it, especially in Game 7 on the road in Miami, led wire to wire. Thank you, Miami. Thank you, Pat Riley. Thank you, Eric Spoelstra. Thank you, Max Strus. Thank you, Jimmy Butler. Thank you, Caleb Martin.
We're going to go through the whole roster.
No thank you, Victor Oladipo. Get out.
He won you a game. but
See you
that's
later.
fine.
Get out.
Is that it?
Congratulations, Boston.
Jimmy.
Congratulations, Boston.
Jimmy Butler got 4 points and went 0 for 2 from 3 in the fourth quarter. I just want to point that out.
Oh, you know what? Okay. And Tatum and Brown were MIA most of the series in the fourth quarter. Sans game 7. So
It was one game. It was game 6. They shot 7.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler had, by the way, Jimmy Butler had the greatest playoff performance of anybody in the playoffs so far this year. Like he's had the greatest playoffs of any player. But he can't do it alone. Miami has no secondary scoring. Bam showed up, which was great, but Boston was the better team. Well done. I would take my hat off, but it's a little too tight. Hats off to Boston. Congratulations. There was a reason Miami was the number 1 seed. They wanted home court in Game 7 and couldn't defend it. So congratulations to the Celtics. I will wear all the jerseys. I will celebrate. I will take Irish car bombs, right? That's what they do in Boston, right? To celebrate green. I don't know. Whatever you do, I will do it, Boston. I will do it. But make no mistake about it. Your Miami Heat will be back next year in the Eastern Conference Finals, taking down these same Boston Celtics to make it to the NBA
Are you
Finals.
done yet?
This was the longest eulogy. I immediately regret giving him my 2 minutes.
That was more than 2 minutes.
2 minutos.
All right. Josh, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How much does it irritate you? Because it irritates me. There was a bunch of stuff not called both ways. That's every game
Scott Foster.
of any kind ever, period. That easily could have been a flagrant 1 on Miami
Absolutely.
Oh, with
with the elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. You don't
Dude,
call that in a
it
game
could have
7.
been. But okay. So again, if you're not calling it in Game 7, the most important time, but you think it's a flagrant 1, then what are you doing?
I don't think Bam was intentionally hitting him in the face with an elbow. But
It doesn't have to be intentional.
One doesn't have to be intentional. It's a
I'm
non-basketball
sweating.
move.
I'm
Yeah.
sweating right now.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was Chris. It was
Everybody was talking about the Struce 3. That did he step on the line? Did he not step on the line?
By the way,
would've
that
changed the game.
That did change the game. And how
it
on
didn't.
earth that wasn't reviewed? Like how on earth that wasn't reviewed?
It was reviewed.
That
That's why
needs to
they
be
called it back.
changed. That rule needs to be changed because you could see in the replay, it doesn't look like his heel touches the line.
It does. He's over the
And that
line.
was
But,
what
all right.
5 minutes later in the game they removed that 3. I mean,
Ryan, that's 3 points. They won by 4. I get it. I get what you're saying, that it would have made it a tighter game at the end. Maybe they play it differently. Maybe he doesn't spot up from 3 and he tries to do what he should have done. Jimmy Butler, who had an amazing series, and I love him as a player. I'm not taking anything away from what he did for your team. But on that last play, that lane is wide open. What are you doing?
well, and let me say this just in defense of that. Number one, he hit that same shot in the first quarter of the game. So he came down the floor, spotted up, and hit a 3 first quarter of the game. He is a career 30% three-point shooter. So that is not his strength. His strength is to do precisely what you are saying. Drive to the basket, take Al Horford, who's backpedaling, try and get the foul and make a 3-point play. But for a guy that literally left everything, emptied the entire tank, I'm okay with your superstar, the only one who's contributing offensively in that game and in that series, to spot it from 3 there and go for the kill shot. I'm okay with that. I will live and die with that. And I died with it, which is fine.
I understand the headspace that he was coming from. He's exhausted. He wanted to end the game
He
right
wanted
there.
it over. He didn't want to go to another 5-minute
He
overtime
wanted
period.
he wanted to hit that shot and then play 24 seconds of defense and then go on to the finals. So I understand the headspace.
17 seconds, I think, is
Whatever it was. That being said, it was the absolute worst basketball decision he could have possibly made. If you drive to the hoop, you're either making it and getting an and one, or you are getting fouled. There is no way that Horford is not going to go up, and there's no way they're not going to call that one way or the other.
For the record, by the way, had he made that shot, we would have been talking about the biggest choke job in NBA.
We don't know that
playoff
because there's still
history.
Ryan.
NBA playoff
No,
history.
Ryan.
Had Jimmy made that.
Ryan, there would still be time left for the Boston Celtics to answer, who were answering everything the Heat threw at them. So no, that's not what we would be talking about. Secondly, had he just gone to the hoop and only gotten the layup and Horford just let it, the Boston Celtics can hold it for the last shot. The last thing the Heat want is overtime, and the Celtics could have hit a big dagger game winner in everyone's face. So it would favor the Celtics no matter what he did in that moment, but certainly front rimming a 3 is the worst possible scenario. Now, that being said, Chris, you said some of the calls. There was some egregious Bam Adebayo moving screens where he would
there
just...
were. There, I'll give you that. There were.
he would be like pushing Marcus Smart out of the
There were
way.
also some egregious Jason Tatum like push off elbows in that game.
There
too,
was, if you're going to call the Jaylen Brown offensive foul in the fourth quarter,
which was a good call.
which was a terrible call, then you need to call Jimmy Butler for putting the same elbow into Horford to get that layup just a couple possessions before that.
I agree with you.
So it was all over the place, and there was no rhyme or reason. And you either call everything or you call nothing, but when you call stuff erratically, it makes the game very, very frustrating.
So we've got Golden State and the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. I'll start with you, CY. Who do you like in the matchup? Do you think Golden State, who's been the hottest team in these playoffs, has the advantage, or Boston, who's been battle-tested through a heck of a run here, through what, the Nets, the Bucks, and now the Heat? Who do you got favored in it?
I mean, look, you can always have somebody get hurt. We've seen that in every sport, especially the NBA. Do I think a rested, full-strength Boston team would have a better shot? Yes. But even though there's that cool stat about them being 9-7 against the Kerr-coached Warriors, the Warriors have had rest. They are shooting lights out. I've got to lean Golden State.
Haley, what about you?
Warriors are the favorites going in, by the way, betting favorites, just for the record.
For game one.
Oh, we're just picking game one, not
No,
all
for the series.
Oh, for the
No,
series.
they are the favorites, by the way, for the series.
They are the favorites for the series.
Well, see, this is really hard for me because obviously I don't pay as much attention to basketball as y'all do. But just going based off the season and the back and forth that the Celtics did have with the Heat, that I feel like would have been blown away by Golden State, I'm going to have to go with Golden State.
All right. Dubs. Bear with the Dubs.
What about you, Ryan?
After watching what that Boston Celtics team did in 7 games to Miami and how good they were defensively, how well they rotated. Robert Williams, by the way, I mean, if Robert Williams doesn't miss that game 3, Bam does not go off. Miami doesn't win that game. So Robert Williams really is one of the key cogs in that entire operation that Boston does there. I like Ime Udoka. I believe he made a lot of really good adjustments in that series against Miami. I think Tatum is on a mission. I loved, by the way, just a quick thing last night, he wore the 20. Did you see that, CY? He wore the Kobe Bryant armband last night.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Like that, at that moment, when Lisa Salters told me that, I was like, God, I got goosebumps for that. For whatever reason, it just feels like their year with Boston. Given they were 500 for the turn of the calendar, they blazed through the NBA after the new year. They go through this entire battle-tested run in the playoffs. They're facing, 7 out of the last 8 years the Warriors have made the finals? 7 out of the last 8 years, which is a crazy run to the finals. I got Boston, man. I know they're the underdogs, but I truly think that Boston can frustrate Golden State defensively. I think they win in 7 games. I think it's going to be a thrilling series.
Real quick, I want to pour one out for our dude, Dennis Schroeder, who left $100 million on the table and then was traded by the Boston Celtics. And then right after they got rid of him, they went on a historic run. So just, tough look for old Dennis right now, but that's okay. I think Golden State wins game 1. I think it's Boston Celtics in 7. I think that the matchup for the Celtics, aside from the history of them playing the Dubs really well, I just like Boston's length. I like the team. I think they all are playing for each other. They're making the right moves. Tatum gets doubled. He throws it to Marcus Smart. They are just playing good team basketball, and they're winning in a variety of different ways. And I think that on a matchup level, when you have Williams and Horford, does that mean we see a lot of Kevon Looney from the Warriors? Is that a good thing? Does that make Jordan Poole be on the bench more? It's going to be, do we see Wiggins that much in this series? Do we not? There's just a lot of matchup issues Golden State will have, even going into their pool party lineup that's super small.
I like that pool party lineup.
Pool party, yeah.
Right.
So I just
appropriate for Memorial Day.
I just think, when you put it all, and Marcus Smart has always historically defended Steph Curry pretty well. Curry's going to get his, but
I will also say this, and you just hit the nail on the head. You're missing one name on the Warriors team.
Draymond Green?
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
I want to punch him in the face, by the way.
Why?
Well, everybody.
Why?
I just want to.
I feel like. I feel like the reason Ryan wants to punch him in the face is the comment he made going into
Before
Game
Game
6,
6,
saying he would see that they were ready to play the Celtics.
Yeah.
But that riled up your Heat to win Game 6.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I think
wanna punch
Draymond
him.
is incredibly effective, but I think he's undersized for what the Celtics are going to do. So we will see.
gonna be fun.
I do think the Warriors. I'm probably going to put a little bit of a wager down on the Warriors to win Game 1. I think they are more well rested and healthier in this moment. But I think that Boston will win it in 7.
Ooh, I like seeing things go to 7 games just because it's more entertaining
Yeah.
and it's more of like a back and forth rather than a.
I mean, it's the 2
blowout.
most overused words in sports, you know?
Well, and it's also
They say it's the 2 greatest words
Yeah.
in sports, but I hate the cliche.
it's also the number 1 and number 2 defenses in the NBA right now. So as prolific of a scorer as Curry is and as great as the Boston Celtics have been, I'm wondering if the unders hit quite a bit
Ooh.
I could
on
see
this
that.
series.
Ooh.
I could see that.
A little underwhelming series. I like that.
I like gritty. You know, I went to Game 5, and that was a low scoring game, and it was gritty as hell, and I loved it.
Thanks for all the scoreboard pictures.
You're welcome.
Trolled me with.
You are
Appreciate
so welcome.
Baseball, Cubs suck.
it. Yeah, baseball.
Cubs suck. We've won 19 games.
See why you care about hockey right now? Because the NHL playoffs have been great.
Yeah, they've been fantastic. Obviously, I'm always sad once the Preds are out, but they've been great.
Avs, I believe, clinched, and then so now it's who are the 4 teams left? Well, 5 teams, I guess, because Rangers and Carolina still left for a chance to meet the Lightning.
Avs Oilers.
Avs Oilers. Wow, that's going to be a good series too. Whatever ends up being the Stanley Cup, it's going to be fun because you've got some outside of truly the Hurricanes. You've got some historic original 6 teams that could have a shot to get in here. So this is gonna be fun.
I believe, I don't know if it's you guys or someone else, I was like, I think the number 1 team that I could bet being in the Stanley Cup, I predicted the Avalanche.
Yeah.
But the other ones I feel are a throw up, but I feel like one of the strongest teams is the Avalanche, which is why we had no hope as the Predators.
Well, we also didn't have our starting goalie, and there's a lot going on in that series.
They overwhelmed them for sure in
But-
that series too. But
Yeah.
all right,
Would you say that the Avalanche dumped on the Preds?
I think it was probably a snowball effect in that
I was
series.
about to say
no.
something about a snowball.
Oh no! Oh no! Get me out of here.
All right. Let's go to music.
Music.
All right. So
Nice job,
thanks,
Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Got you.
Technically, that's my voice, so maybe
know.
I should have done it. Let's do it one more time. One more
Nope.
time. Oh, there you go. Music. Yeah, there
Nailed
we
it.
go.
There it is. So I got a wonderful opportunity this week. If my voice sounds a little bit tired, even though I'm on the phone, played 4 shows in a row. Really had like some crazy travel, but I got to be a part of Dak Prescott's Faith Fight Finish charity. Huge shout out to him for having me. They raised so much money. And it was just a really incredible night to be a part of. I don't know if you guys saw the photos, but just really, really great thing that guy does. And someone said this to me, and I agree. He's a fantastic player. He's an even better human being. I love that guy to death. Just really, really great things they do with that organization, that charity. And all of that is really spearheaded by Dak. And it was an amazing night. Got on a plane, flew in the middle of the night to my first show, didn't land until like 3:30. So my sleep schedule is completely screwed up, but had some amazing shows up in the Northeast. If you haven't gone and looked at my Instagram, Chris Young Music, go check it out. There's a bunch of really great photos there, but had a blast this weekend.
You were in Big Flats last night, right?
Yes.
Do you know I used to live in Big Flats?
Did you ever go to Tags?
I was super young. I was like before
Okay.
kindergarten. It was like preschool,
Okay.
but
Is Tags a bar?
I played tag.
It's like an outdoor venue. I hear you, Josh.
I was about to ask if it was a bar too.
Played tag.
It's like an outdoor venue space, like it holds like several thousands of people.
Cool. Like an Ascend kind of thing in Nashville?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
But it looks more festival style than amphitheater, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
So like laser tag or capture the flag? Like what were we playing back in the day?
Just tag.
Okay, got it.
Just
Cool.
Just
I was just curious. Left it out there.
hit your friend in the shoulder. Yeah, like that. Exactly.
Tag your it.
Yeah, tag your it.
Got it.
Touch and go.
Also, if you are looking at my social media and you're like, oh, look, why are we doing a countdown? The deluxe edition of Famous Friends comes out this week. Very, very pumped for that.
How's your right hand feeling from all those signed copies?
Oh, that was easy.
Oh,
That was easy. That was the easy part.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
But we're doing a bunch of teases, and we've got some lyric videos coming for you guys to look at. And obviously, I've spoken ad nauseum about the songs that are going to be on there, but got a couple reimaginings, kind of stripped acoustic versions of "Think of You" with Cassidy Pope and "I'm Coming Over" that I love. There's a couple new songs that are just me, and then there's a couple songs, one with Old Dominion and one with Jimmy Allen, that are being added to the record. And I'm very, very pumped for that to be out there for everybody.
So if you bought it or streamed it once already, wait until this Friday. Do it all over again. Get the
Yeah.
vinyl. Get the
Yeah.
hard copy.
And if
that.
not, you could pre-order right now.
And if you get 1 billion streams on this album, Chris will come to your house and play a performance in your backyard.
He'll play "I'm Coming Over." It'll be very
Yes,
meta.
I'm coming over as he comes over. Yes.
Oh my
CY,
God.
in all seriousness, though, like, what has been your favorite part of working on this deluxe album? Because this has been a long time coming now, and I know that you've kind of teased with us, and we've talked about the projects you've been working on. But is there one thing that you can point to as your favorite thing working on this?
Yeah, just the fact that the stuff that's getting added to it is, looking back at a couple hits and reimagining them. I just stumbled over reimagining, whatever. Having, one of the songs, "If I Knew It Was Good for Me," which is like 7 years old and has been on hold for all kinds of other artists, going, you know what, I'm going to do it myself. It's like that Marvel moment. Fine, I'll do it myself. But all the way up to having something brand new, like "Everybody Needs a Song" that I did with the Old Dominion guys. It's just got a lot of breadth to it. I think it's going to be really, really cool, and it fits in with what was already on the record. There's parts that lean into those guest appearances, and then there's, new stuff for people to dig through that's just me. So I'm really pumped to have it out there, and I hope everybody loves it.
So it's 5 days, right? Will it be released by the time we do our next podcast?
Yeah, it'll be this Friday.
Yes.
That is. Oh my God,
Yes.
it's Monday. I don't know what day it is. I know it's Memorial Day, but it's not processing in my head what day it is. It's Monday.
Yep, it's Monday.
5 days is Friday. Damn.
5 more
Yes.
days.
So quick.
5 more days. 5 more. I thought people were going to follow me on that. Okay.
You had the security of a crowd behind you.
The Miami Heat crowd that left early. The crowd must have left early for that one. Yeah.
I know. I got flashbacks to 2013 with you, where you were like, "I'm done. I'm going to bed," and then they were within 2. And
I
was
did
like,
this time. I did not toss a jersey off my balcony though, and have to chase down and grab it after an
that's
all-time
good.
comeback shot.
That's good.
But no,
That's good.
This is going to be. Everybody is so pumped for this, and there's been a lot of comments, by the way, on our YouTube channel, which you can go subscribe to, and I encourage you to. And if you don't do it, well, then you don't like puppies or America or ice cream or long walks on the beach, and we know you love that. So go subscribe to it. YouTube.com/C/The Quad with Chris Young. But we've had a lot of people, CY, on there that are really pumped to hear the deluxe album. I've seen all the comments. People cannot wait to get their hands on it.
Well, I'm ready for it to be out there. Trust me. But in the meantime, we should do a round of "What are you listening to" give people other things that they can dig through. And I am going to go really random this week. Not that random, because you hear this song everywhere, and I can't stop singing it, and it's a big old hit. And it's "About Damn Time" by Lizzo.
Oh, wow.
"Oh, okay."
Oh, okay. Okay.
Didn't. Oh no.
Probably my favorite thing in the world is there's a version going around on Reels and TikTok right now that is the Swedish Chef doing it.
I have not seen that, but now that song's going to be stuck in my head, so thank you.
Please-
As I
please
sit
send-
here
Yep.
trying to do the, in a minute, I'm going to need a sentimental
There it
minute to pump me
Please
up.
send the Swedish Chef one to the group text.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
When
want
we're
to see
done.
that.
Alright.
I haven't seen that.
I will get that done.
Is it the Swedish Chef Mafia or?
No. Goodness.
No, like the Muppet. The
Ah.
Oh, that one. I have heard that. Borg, 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 borg.
anybody that just jumped in right here.
What a
is
weird-
Like, what the hell's going
What
on?
a weird podcast you're on.
Borg, borg, borg.
All right, Josh, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. On Saturday, I've been in concert mode the last week. Earlier this week, I went down to Franklin to see one of my favorite bands from the emo era, Further Seems Forever. They were doing a 20th anniversary record replay for their record, The Moon Is Down. It's actually the band, Chris Carrabba from Dashboard Confessional. He was the lead singer of this band.
No way.
For that record. And so it was right before he started the whole Dashboard Confessional thing. He left Further Seems Forever and then became Dashboard and has done
That's
that ever
awesome.
since. So he was there, he sang. It was a really fun time. But that is not the song I'm picking. On Saturday I went and saw Kenny Chesney at Nissan.
was that?
It was Carly Pierce, Old Dominion,
Dan and Shay.
and Dan and Shay, and then Kenny, and that was incredible. And I'd never seen Kenny before, and how that dude isn't passed out by the fourth song.
Because he's sweating so much.
That dude is just full energy the entire time. It was incredible.
Well, how is the crowd not passed out? Because he always has a million openers, and I'm like, everyone's there drinking. That's a Kenny Chesney concert. They're pre-gaming and drinking, and I'm like, by the time he gets on, how does anyone remember the show?
I don't. Most of my section, they don't. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's a long build up to be said. Man, Dan and Shay, former CY tour openers, those dudes, holy cow!
Yeah, they know how to capture an audience for sure.
Shay Mooney, when that guy sings, the fact that comes out of his face, man, is just it's crazy. So I'm picking a little bit of a throwback. Summer 19, You and Me.
Oh wow,
Which they played.
that was their first release, right?
Yeah, and it was just, man, cannot say enough good things about those dudes and that performance. Holy cow!
All right, Dan and Shay, let's go, boys. Ryan, what do you got?
So, and this is probably going to be a very popular one that's hit the radio recently, but I got to go with Jack Harlow's First Class.
No,
That song, I love that song.
that is a horrible song.
I don't know. Every
Get
time it
outta
comes
here,
on,
Ryan.
I love that song.
Do you not
No.
remember the TikTok that he showed us about all these scenarios? And then it goes, I'd rather go through all of this than listen to First Class.
I like that
love
song.
Jack Harlow. Everyone knows I love Jack Harlow. But that song, just, first of all, that thing off of Fergie, just annoying. And the song, no.
Okay.
Out of all of his songs, that is his worst
It
one.
is my song, number one. Number two, I do still have the memory in my mind of the two NBA referees that are talking and wired up and are like, who the heck is Jack Harlow? Which is still so funny to me.
Pretty much me.
Yeah, still very funny to me. But First Class by Jack Harlow. First Class.
That's
All right,
that's
I'm
not
really
his
glad that
song.
we
You're not
didn't-
even singing his. That's
I'm
not.
really glad we didn't go with him last. Haley, what's your song for this week?
So my song this week, we have our friend Scott Bauer to thank because he put this on when we were all hanging out at the bar that he works at.
And I could put you in.
He's muted.
Can you hit
man.
him,
Yep,
please?
I got it.
Come on!
Thank you.
It says it's not anymore.
So he put this song on and we all vibed it and he played it again and I just had to download it. It's obviously not appropriate for work, but it's called 5 Shots by Gianni and Kyle and it's just like, yeah, I'm going to take some shots with this song. It sounds great. So that's what I'm going with.
I could put you in.
All right.
Bitch!
Is that how you dance,
Well,
Ryan?
let's go to movies.
She's a lucky lady.
Movies.
So, the movie this week is a film from Netflix, Senior Year. As Google's review is, a high school cheerleader falls into a coma before her prom. 20 years later, she awakens and wants to return to high school to reclaim her status and become prom queen.
I
Senior
like it
Year
when
on
Chris
Netflix.
reads it. That
Yeah, I
was
like
so
the when Chris
dramatic.
does it too.
27% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oof.
And 1% of Google users like this movie.
That's an estimation. I actually thought it was pretty cute. Now, Bear, you watched
actually
this.
watched it?
I did. You watched this first, so
Yes.
I'm curious to get your thoughts on it because while the story was kind of like a little cliche and there was some funny moments, overall, it's obviously massive chick flick, but I'm curious in terms of what your thoughts are.
So, like I said, when I first saw the previews for this movie, I was like, I'm not going to watch this movie. It looks so dumb. And I had nothing to watch. And I was like, I'll just put it on in the background. And then I kept myself watching it because the comedy behind it was that it hit so hard on current ideology and thoughts and of what this world is transitioning to. Like the cheerleaders got me, like what they transitioned from to they're like, say yes or say no, you are your own body. Like just everyone just trying to be what, like over dramatizing what.
The inclusivity of,
Yes, like-
You were finding the
today's-
words. Thank you,
today's
Justin.
I'm like, how do I explain that as good as I
And the
possibly can?
superficial
Super-
nature of today.
Instead
Yes.
of be aggressive, it was
Yes.
be
Don't-
consenting.
Yes,
Be consenting.
Consent. And I'm like, okay, this is what draw me to it and why I thought it was so funny is because they were hitting the nail on the head. And I just, again, it's a popcorn flick for me. I thought it was cute. It was better than what I thought the previews were going to be. I probably won't watch it again because I got out of the way, but I got some good laughs out of it. Rebel, I think this is the first movie I've watched her in since she's lost weight and where she gets to be the pretty girl and get to do all of that. So I enjoyed it, and I still like her as a comedic actress because you know how some people are like, oh, they're just not the same. Who was that? What guy were they talking about after he lost all his weight? Anyways.
Chris Pratt.
No.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Thank you. Jonah Hill.
What? Those are two completely polar opposites to guess.
Are they?
But I enjoyed it. It's not my most favorite movie, but I still got a lot of good laughs. I like how they were literally just hitting the nail on the head with like everyone's ideas today, and I'm like, yeah, this is why it's so funny because everyone's too dramatic these days. But that's what I thought about it.
Josh, did you watch this movie?
I did.
This is not a chick flick.
It's not a chick flick. No.
Thank you.
It's a team comedy with a 30-year-old.
It's not a romantic chick flick, but it's still a chick flick.
No.
This was one of the most forgettable movies I've ever watched in my entire life. And really the only redeeming factor for me, and I don't know if Chris, you felt this way, I don't know if you watched it or not.
I did not watch this movie.
Okay, cool.
I had no interest in watching this
Yeah,
movie.
No, you got to go back and watch it.
I didn't
You
know.
It's like
No.
Shang-Chi.
I promise you 100% do not have to go back and watch this movie. The only redeeming part for it for me was that she was supposed to be the class of 2002, which is right in my wheelhouse of graduation when I graduated a year early in 2002. So a lot of the throwbacks and
Spoke to you.
commentary was really like, oh man, this is me back then. And that's it.
I
and
like
that,
the language and how they would talk, like how she would
yeah,
talk.
yeah. That was like fun for a second, and then the rest of the movie was incredibly forgettable.
You don't
and
think it was cute that she ended up winning prom queen after wanting to win prom queen, and then the house?
No, who would have thought that was coming?
No, and then the house
And
that
then
she
some
It
always
is a
sort
wanted
of-
to
very
live in.
predictable movie,
Some
obviously.
sort of
It's just
redeeming,
one of
like,
those.
hey, you know what? It's not all about being prom queen. It's about being together and loving each other
No,
just as we are. And
I
let's
thought
do
that
a
was
dance.
sweet.
No.
No.
They telegraphed everything, and I was out.
Again, it's just another movie to watch on Netflix.
Yeah. And
All right, so
don't
this
get me
brings
wrong.
up this
Hold on.
brings up a great discussion.
Don't get me wrong. I love a lot of chick flicks. I love a lot of I'm big This Is Us fan, which the series finale was last week, and I bawled like a baby. Like, I'm not an unemotional person, and this movie was still garbage.
Okay,
go ahead.
This brings up a good question. your most memorable moment from your senior year of high school.
I didn't go my senior year. I graduated my junior year.
Okay, we'll for
we
all
got an
intents and purposes, we'll do
overachiever.
your junior year. Chris, let's start with you. Your most memorable moment from your senior year of high school, and what you could go if you could go back to do one thing, what would it be?
I released my first independent album.
I did too.
That's memorable.
Yeah.
Would you go back and change anything if you could?
I am not the kind of person that ever wishes to go back and change anything because it's the butterfly effect. If you change one thing, you're not the same person.
I can change one thing that would change my whole life, and I'd probably be so much happier.
Which knee would you have
Exactly.
back? Which of those knees?
I would go back and I would not tear my ACL. I would not be a part of the girls' flag football team that caused my first ACL tear, and now I'm 5 tears later. So that's what I would go back and change, and I wouldn't be such an old, decrepit knee person these days. Anyways, that was the most memorable part of my
Okay.
senior year.
If I could go back to my senior year, I would have not quit the baseball team. I would have actually resumed playing and followed through.
Why'd you quit?
Well, number one, I wasn't very good. That's number one. Number two, I didn't really want to ride the bench. But I got bullied a lot in high school, so I think I should have stood up for myself a little bit more. I think going through that, I should have stuck with that and followed through. So that's what I would go back and change. But my high school, by the way, song, you had a senior year song?
Yeah, mine sucked.
Oh, mine was, you crank that soldier boy, crank that soldier boy.
Your song was Soldier Boy?
Dun, dun,
It's
dun,
Soulja.
Soldier boy, I'm coming.
Yikes.
Mine was a love song. I'm like, what?
I don't even remember mine. My senior/junior year, if I could go back, I would be an incredibly wealthy person because we actually created Postmates my junior year. One of my friends, I'm going to leave his name out of it, so to protect the innocent. We had stumbled upon our vice principal's code to get in and out of the building. And so during the lunch hours, we would take orders from all of our fellow classmates at $10 per extra value meal. And he would run out and go get all of the value meals and bring them back. And we would keep the profit. And now looking back,
That was Postmates.
and we were
You little businessman back in the day.
way ahead of the curve
you
on that
were.
one. So wish I could have that one back.
Dang.
All right.
Turns out people don't mind paying for delivery of
Turns out
food.
they don't.
Who would have known?
All right. I have a recommendation for next week.
Let's do it.
It's only 56 minutes long, so it's not going to take up a bunch of time. It is on Amazon Prime, and it's called Love, Tom. And it is all about one night in Nashville where Tom Douglas narrates a letter of hope to a desperate world.
Wow, we're getting deep here.
It's really cool, and it ties in songwriting, and obviously he's Oscar, Golden Globe, and Grammy nominated. Fantastic songwriter here in Nashville, and very, very cool. Someone told me I needed to watch it, so
All right.
If you're listening to this podcast, you have heard Tom Douglas's songs, so
yes,
it's gonna
yes.
really be incredible. I haven't watched it, but when I saw them in the rundown, I was like, oh yeah, let's go.
I like that idea. And then I'm assuming the week after that, we'll get to Jurassic Park. Or Jurassic World, I'm sorry.
Rawr.
I hope not.
We're doing Jurassic World.
Oh, we
Is
gotta
that
do
too
that.
scary
Come on,
for you
Josh.
guys?
No, I don't like this reboot.
It's so good. What are you talking about?
I like the ride.
I think I'm out on Chris Pratt. I think
Oh, wow.
he burned me in Guardians 2,
Ooh.
and now I'm just out.
Oh.
What's the guy with the glasses from Jurassic Park? Classic actor that's been in all of them.
Yeah, they're bringing back the
Goldblum?
classics.
Yeah.
We have to
Yeah.
watch this one.
It's Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited for it. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
You know what? Let's go. Let's go to the hot take.
Hot take.
No, you got
I'm
to do
not-
it.
no, I'm not
No,
doing
you
it.
got to do it.
Are you serious?
You got to do it. You
I have
gotta
finally
do
convinced.
it.
I have
Do it.
no.
Do it.
Ryan, you can quiet. I have finally
done.
convinced people that I don't have to do it now. So I'm not gonna give them a tease because all they're gonna go is you should do it every week again.
Every now
Yep.
and then you might get lucky if we get to do a live.
I'll do
And
it in
that's
the live
about-
ones. So if you see that we're doing a ticketed event or a live podcast, you come out. I'll do the hot take live.
Which we need to do one soon.
We need to do one in Nashville soon.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
All right. Well, guys, the hot take this week. Cookouts are here, and I only have one question. Hot dog or hamburger? Now, ostensibly you go both, right?
If you
get
have
one
the
of
option.
each.
Yeah, you want one
Right.
of each.
But we are asking the question, you can only have one. Off the grill, hot dog or hamburger.
Are they both
And
sandwiches?
No. I'm throwing down right now. If I only get to pick one, I'm going with the hot dog.
Oh,
you got
want
to,
a
man.
Nasty grounded up piece
like,
of beef. Go
Dude,
ahead.
Dude, you're around the pool.
Ugh.
You only have to use one hand.
Ugh.
It's like, it's the perfect, like, walk around at a cookout, talk to people, hang out, party food. It's the hot dog every time.
I really want to pull a Ryan right now.
Do it. You won't. You won't.
Only because I have a feeling you came up with this hot take after a conversation we had, and it's not the part of the conversation that I chose.
No, but a hot dog
It's
can
not a
be
sandwich.
a brat, a regular beef frank.
Okay, so this is what I said.
A cylindrical meat substance.
Yeah, it's just a
Yes.
nice.
Yeah, we're not debating that.
Yes, a tube-like
I'm saying
meat.
Hot dog or hamburger. That's it.
Okay, because
Pick one.
my
Pick one.
my first choice.
Pull a Ryan. Pull a Ryan.
at-
Pull a
Pick
Ryan.
one.
Go. Go. Pull a Ryan.
You have two choices.
Go. Pull a Ryan.
I'm gonna go with the brat. I'm just gonna say it.
That's a hot dog.
That's a hot dog.
Okay, but I
Brat.
told him before, and this isn't pretty.
It's just that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It
Stop
does.
being Ryan. Stop
It
being
doesn't.
Ryan right now.
It doesn't. You
hot
want a hot
dog or
dog.
hamburger? Pick one.
I'm picking a brat.
That's a hot dog.
Hot dog.
Okay.
All right.
So, been to a lot of cookouts. A lot of cookouts.
You seem
Haven't-
to be a cookout
I'm
aficionado.
I'm a big backyard grill kind of guy.
Yeah.
There is too wide of a variance with hamburgers. Sometimes they're burnt. Sometimes they're
Get outta
garbage
here.
that are
All of
falling
you.
apart.
Get the hell out of here.
I can't trust them. I can't trust people that I know that are good cooks. I
Get
can't
outta
trust
here.
them.
Get out of here.
But you know what's always good? Even the
hot dog.
even the burned hot dogs, I prefer them.
No.
Give me the
Get
charred
outta
one.
Here. Get out of here.
Let's put 2 in a bun. Throw some ketchup on there.
2 in a bun?
2 in a bun.
You double up your dogs?
Double up dogs.
You're a double up dog?
I'm a double dogger. Hot dog. In fact, mind out of the gutter. In fact, I may go after. You know, one of my favorite things to do is
Giggity.
I swing by Walmart and get some of their Nathan's hot dogs that are just sitting in the warmer because they're delicious. So I might do that for lunch
Hey,
today.
gas stations are fire with some.
All
of the
right,
hot
get out of
dogs.
here. All of you, clear the paint. Get the heck out of here. Because what you guys just did, all of you, all 3 of you, what you guys just did is blasphemous. Okay, we are into cookout season. Welcome, everybody. Hello, summer has arrived. It's been summer in Florida since November, but summer has arrived. There is nothing better, nothing in this world better than a nice, beautiful, hot summer day. No shirt on, nice, short chubbies. Just got out of the pool, right? Just dripping. You got the pool water just dripping off of you.
Whoa, settle down.
Right? It's just, you get out, no towel required because it's hot outside, so you know you're going to cool down. And you walk up to the grill. And
How are you
not
going to
only
cool
do you
down? It's
smell,
hot out. How are you going
By
to
the
cool
way,
down if it's hot out?
I also have to point out that what Ryan just referenced is a brand of swimming trunks.
Yes.
The
Yes,
Chubbies
thank you.
are a brand.
Thank you. Thank
Just
you.
for-
Thank you. Some nice Chubbies is a brand of swimming trunks. Thank you
Yikes.
very much. I appreciate the clarification there. Can I continue with my story? Because everybody that is listening to this podcast
I'd rather
right now
you not.
is imagining this moment. Okay,
No one is.
walking out of the pool with Chubbies on, and you walk right up to the grill, and what you smell as that grill is just fumigating with beautiful senses and
Fumigating?
smell
Oh my God.
of a burger. Okay,
This
and not
is
just
why
that.
Ryan
Not just
doesn't
that.
write
Stop.
books.
Get out of the way. Not just that. But you lift up the grill, right? And just what comes out is just this beautiful plume of smoke of such a succulent taste
I'm
of a
gonna mute
burger.
him.
No, you're not muting me. Get out of the way. So There is nothing better than when you open up that grill and you see and you hear that sizzle of that burger. A medium burger. You throw some American cheese on it. It's melting on it. You get that. You flip it. You then put it on your bun. You put some ketchup on there, maybe a little relish. Oh, man, you just bite into it. 2 hands, 1 hand, doesn't matter. Because what I'm doing at that time, I'm not focusing on other people. I'm focusing with 2 hands digging right into that
Are you
juicy,
really eating a
luscious,
burger with
beautiful burger right there. Don't talk to me. Nobody acknowledge me. I am in heaven right now in the middle of my medium burger with American cheese dripping all over my face with those juices just flowing, hitting the pool deck. Who cares? You clean it up, not me. Burgers all day. Let's go.
You don't even put lettuce,
and
tomato, pickle, like...
Oh, yeah, I'll put a little pickle on there.
No one will acknowledge you because you're wrong. And as the poll will soon show, most people probably go the way that Josh just said.
I also want to put a poll. I want to do a poll of, do we think Ryan has a weird relationship with food?
I would also like to point out it's a plume of smoke, not a fume.
It's a fumigate of smoke.
Did I say pume? Oh, man.
Everyone
I went
in their
full series on that
chokes.
one.
Well, look, the good news is that we have had a blast talking to you guys this week. As always, this has been the Cutout with Chris Young. From me, Ryan, Haley, and Josh. See you next week. And Ryan took 2 L's this week. Make it happen, the poll. And we're out.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hang on, here it is, And go!
And we're out. Hey!
First class. Burgers.
I seriously would pick brat over hot dog, though, any day.
I pick chicken over any of it. Just put some chicken on the
Chicken?
grill. Yeah, throw. Oh my God! Is there nothing better than just a nice piece, succulent, huge, juicy,
Why is
fluffy
succulent
piece
your
of chicken?
favorite
If-
word?
Yeah, the poll is, does Ryan have a weird relationship with food? It's definitely going up, but chicken has the most variance of who's cooking it. Like,
But that's the thing. You have to cook it through, and then once you cook it and it comes off.
oh, so you just
oh,
trust
God.
whoever's on the grill?
Oh, you
like
trust
you're-
whoever's on the grill, and not just that. You put some spices on it. It's got to be that fat, succulent, juicy, like overly
why?
sized.
That's your
Succulent
word.
chunks over there.
Huh?
Why is succulent the word?
I mean, if you get some really nice succulent chubbies of chicken, oh man, so good.
Oh my gosh, Ryan! What?
I'm terrified.
Yummy.
We're done.